Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, from the Costa del Sol, still, and Bedfordshire.
Costa del Bedfordshire.
Costa del Bedfordshire, yeah, I like it. This week's topics, Solana Seeker Phone reveal. We're going to do a live opening for everybody. First thoughts. The cost of doing crypto business in the UK, and we're going to briefly gloss over the Coinbase weekly plus stablecoin report. Into the first topic, as you can see, Crypto C has his new toy, the Solana Seeker Phone.
I have the Solana Seeker Phone. This is the actual unboxing being done live for you all. I'm trying my hardest not to show.
You know what? It's actually a really good looking phone.
I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. Don't know, Jeff. Ooh, it's got a nice. Oops, didn't want to show that. Whoops, someone's got my eye in the eye. Right.
Look at that. It's a nice colour. I can't explain what the back of the colour is on the phone.
No. Oh, you got a case for yours already?
Yeah. No, this isn't my Solana phone. It's my Apple phone.
Oh, okay.
But the back of that phone, I can't.
Okay, so
it's like a purpley blue.
Yeah.
Sort of colour.
I'm terrible with colours. I always shout words, and like my wife and son are always like, "That's not what that means, Daddy." I would call this teal. Does this look like teal?
Yeah, I'd say a teal.
Yeah, I know.
Could be wrong.
If I call Roman, I'm going to put myself on mute. I'm going to call Roman. He'll come and tell us what colour it is. Hold on.
Everyone in the comments, you'll have to put what colour you think the phone is. I know his lighting might not be fabulous, but if you go to Google, search Solana Seeker Phone, have a look and let us know in the comments what colour you think it is.
Right. I'm saying teal. We've got a colour expert coming upstairs now.
Yeah?
Come and tell me what colour this is.
What colour?
Come here, innit? Come and say hello to everybody on Crypto Waffle first.
There's only one person.
Yeah, come and put your face on.
Hello, Roman.
I'm good.
Right, so Roman, what colour is this?
Like a bluey grey?
Can I say teal?
No.
No. Oh, see?
We're both wrong.
Teal, Daddy. It's a bluey green.
A bluey green.
All right, you can go now.
It's not teal.
Is the verdict.
Yeah.
It's a nice colour though, isn't it?
It is a nice colour.
It's a nice colour.
Oh, teal is lighter than this. So I'm gonna switch it on and see what happens. Ooh. Solana Mobile.
I like it on the back as well how it's got the Solana icon.
It does say there's a Solana Vault in there. I don't know what that means. Seemingly, it's got dual SIM.
What does that mean for the viewers that don't know?
It means that there are 2 SIM cards I can put in there, so I can have 2 numbers. You know, like all.
What is the benefit of having 2 numbers? Surely that's irritating. No?
I'd assumed it was just for drug dealers. But if you buy and sell crypto, you're basically a drug dealer anyway.
You now fit that category. Welcome to the world.
in the eyes of the UK government, or you're treated as such. Okay, so it comes with a nice USB-C to C cable, which is nice and thing. That's going to go immediately in my wires box. Nobody needs that. Right, so I guess, we get to set it up.
I haven't set mine up at all yet. I just turned it on, and because I'm not an Android user, I saw the front of it and thought, I'm scared, and put it back in its box.
Right. Yeah. Because this is Android, I immediately know what's what. I'm not going to mess with the vision settings. I've changed it from US English to actual English. And I now need to put my Wi-Fi password in. But yeah, as we crack on with our episode, I will do bits on this Solana phone and report back.
How do you think that will play into? Do you actually think you'll get a lot of Solana holders buying it?
So here's what I'm going to do with mine. All of my DeFi stuff, I'm going to do on this Solana phone. I'm going to put some money aside, and I'm going to do.
You actually going to use it for a phone though?
No,
Yeah,
of course
nor was
not.
I.
No, of course not. I'm going to use it. I'm going to use it purely for as a little crypto machine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some money on there. I'm going to have some DeFi positions, and I'm going to pick this phone up every morning, and I'm going to compound my positions.
So I assume the phone is going to be compatible with the other chains and their DeFi alternatives because it's just browsers, isn't it?
Yeah,
And it's the Solana stuff that can actually be held in the vault that's on the phone.
yeah. But I would assume the same.
So in simple terms, it's basically a phone that's a ledger, but specifically for Solana.
Yeah, and providing I don't use the phone for anything else, which I won't do, it should stay pretty safe. I'm not
Yeah,
even going to put a SIM card in there. It's literally just going to be my little
exactly the
compound.
same thing I was going to do.
Yeah,
I wasn't going to put a SIM in it. I was literally going to do nothing apart from have my soul stuff on it.
yeah,
That
yeah,
was it.
yeah, yeah. I'm not going to put a browser on there or anything like that. It'll just be my little soul machine.
So do you think you actually get a lot of people, Solana holders, buy that? Because I personally don't think you will, because it's not exactly cheap either.
I think
And
a lot of people would have bought it to speculate that you're going to get big enough airdrops to cover the cost of it, because that's what happened to last people.
I think that's what we discussed when we ordered ours, didn't we?
Yeah, yeah. So with that being said, I would assume they would have sold out, depending on how many they've done, I guess. But I do think they probably will do quite well with them. And if there's a lot of uptake for airdrops to people who own the phone over a period of time, I think they'll be able to bring out another one in a year or 2 years, and the same thing happens. I think it's a good marketing gimmick because it does separate the whales, or at least, I don't know, dolphins, from the normies. Because, yes.
So you think only dolphins, not normies, will have a Solana
I
phone?
think so, yeah. I think you need to have a couple of quid in.
So it said, I've just Googled how many they reckon was sold, and Google's just throwing up some numbers here. It says Solana Mobile has pre-sold over 150,000 units of the Solana Seeker, with the shipments beginning in August to customers in over 50 countries.
Is that a good number or not? What's that compared to? I don't know.
Well, it says here, it says the significance surpassed the demand for its first generation Saga phone, which sold around 20,000 units over its lifetime before increased demand in late 2023. So you could say it's done very well, but then again, it's only going to be crypto natives for now.
Yeah.
Isn't it? It's not going to be your average Joe. And I don't think they'd sell these in average shops.
No.
Anytime soon.
Not yet. No, not yet. I think these are collectibles. Hopefully you'll get a nice way to view your NFTs and all that jazz.
Yeah. Be a nice little pretty screen.
Yeah, yeah. That's what it's for. It's not for your average person.
So I don't think it's exactly going to drive a load of adoption unless they start giving you, like you say, mass airdrops.
Yeah.
And then everyone's just going to try and get a Seeker phone.
Yeah.
Effectively.
I think without the airdrops last time, I don't think they sell 150,000. I know I wouldn't have bought one if I didn't hear that loads of people made money off airdrops.
Yeah.
So it's just another speculation.
I think I would have bought one anyway, just because it's this first crypto phone. But
yeah, but it's not. It's the second.
Is it though? What was the first then?
The first Solana phone.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. Like it's
okay,
the first like proper crypto phone.
Yeah.
Even if it was like a second gen.
Second gen of the first.
If that makes sense, yeah. It's no other crypto has done that, have they?
No.
Like you are one of a very small minority that has or owns one of these phones. Probably like 0.01% of the world or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Something minute. But anywho, this next one is yours. The cost of doing crypto business in the UK, breaking down regulations, barriers, and what it takes to build here.
So,
What has been grinding your gears on this?
right. So I recently got an email from LCX. LCX is an exchange. I think they're based in Switzerland or somewhere like that. They're run by some
Are
guy.
they non-KYC?
No, they are KYC. They're run by a guy called Monty Metzer. I want to say his name is. Anyway, this guy seems all right. Seems like your regular crypto charlatan. Wears a nice suit, talks with a European accent, and gets loads of crypto deals done. I think he goes to Davos and things like that. So he's one of those type of guys. He's a real upstanding, play by the rules, connecting crypto to legacy tradfi type charlatan. I really like him. So I did invest in LCX. I did buy the LCX token last cycle. Done pretty well. Didn't go back for it this cycle, but I would. I think I've used the exchange. Don't know how much for. Anyway, they can't any longer serve the UK. So I was like, why? And I decided to do some digging. So it turns out that in the UK, you can't, you have to sign up with the financial
Is it FCA?
Financial Conduct Authority, right?
Yeah.
You have to go and sign up with these FCA people and they charge you. And they charge you based on tiers. But the tiers are not based on your profit. The tiers are based on your revenue. So for a company like an exchange, your revenue is going to be a lot higher than your profit, because these guys they have a lot of overheads, they have a lot of expense, they have to pay a lot for market makers, or they'll have to pay a lot for infrastructure, developers, safety, all this other stuff. So they have to do that. Now, the fact that it's based on revenue is tough. But then on top of that, there's another fee that they have to pay. Let me make sure I'm getting this right.
Can you hear that truck in the background, by the way?
Yeah, I heard it.
Can you hear him trying to start his engine?
Yeah. I heard it. It sounded like somebody put some food on it. It sounded like something was cooking. Right. So, yeah. So on top of that, there's also something called an ECL, which is an economic crime levy. Now, this one is only for the big boys. So it's only for the guys who are making 10 million plus, 10 million per year plus. But remember,
in revenue, that is, yeah?
Revenue. Yeah, it's revenue. So that makes it kind of a lot of people or a lot of companies, especially crypto companies. And that, if I get this, I'm just going to make sure that I've got my notes are actually correct. The idea behind that was so that the British government could raise £100 million per year to spend tackling money laundering, fraud, and economic crime. So the funds are earmarked for the National Crime Agency, which is like our version of, I don't know, the FBI, maybe? Like our...
No, MI16's our version of that, isn't it?
What's that? What's our
What about
NCA?
SCC?
No, they're like our super police are the NCA.
Super police.
Yeah, they're supposed to be like our top, like our serious police. That's why I said FBI.
The Metropolitan.
Yeah, they're more than that. So anyway, so it's to fund these like super coppers, robocops and all that. And supposed to support a new economic crime plan. They produce a report once a year. I downloaded the report, but I didn't get a chance to read it. But their report, I got a chat to scan it, and their report was super vague. So it basically said nothing. Just, bottle of bubbly at the Christmas works do, stuff like that. Like it was just rubbish. It didn't really say anything going on. But the issue that I have with it, obviously, is now we've lost another exchange. And LCX are not a massive exchange, but they're not a tiny exchange. The problem I have is that what I think ends up happening is that we end up with only a few exchanges who actually can operate in the UK. Once they've got a few exchanges who can operate in the UK and they make the barrier to entry so high, which it shouldn't be, I should be able to run an exchange, you should be able to run an exchange, as long as we keep people's names and we're transparent with what we're doing, we should be able to do it. Much like a nursery, for example. Like, you've got to keep the kids' names, you've got to keep the parents' names. That's it. What else do you really need to keep, right? Maybe a report of this child turned up this much times. So if the child comes in with bruises, you've got to go and tell somebody. All right, cool. But for some reason, for crypto, they add on all of these financial barriers, which make it very, very difficult, if not impossible, for small operations to run an exchange. The next thing I think that they do is they start to bully these 5 or 6 exchanges, which will be remaining in the country. They start to bully them into saying to them, listen, you have to do this, you can't do that, you have to do the other. And I think it's their sly way of keeping some unwarranted element of control over people's financial sovereignty.
Well, I think going into a bit of a rabbit hole here, but I don't know if you've read the book, The Fourth Turning.
No.
So there's a book called The Fourth Turning, and it's basically, I don't know if you've seen Ray Dalio's World Changing Order as well. It's very similar to that.
Okay.
In the assumption that obviously I think the average is like 120 years, whatever it is, but every time we get to a major point, so first of all, it was like the rise of cars and industrial machinery. I can't remember what that's called now. Forget the word for that.
Industrial Revolution.
That's it, Industrial Revolution. Again, this is my personal thoughts, but we're now coming into a new revolution, which is AI and computers. And yes, there's a lot of dooming about that going, but everyone's going to have no jobs and everyone's going to be on UBI and blah, blah, blah. But every time we seem to get to one of these revolutions, there's always a load of jobs that we seem to create that we don't think about. Humans are very adaptive. Like, even though we could be losing some jobs in point A, there's a high likelihood that a lot will be created in point B.
Yeah.
Like, we may, because we need all these data centers, and this is just one scenario, you may need a load more people coming into the construction industry.
Yep.
You may need a load more people coming into the surveying industry. Like, whatever it is that AI can't do, you probably need a hell of a lot more people to come across and do more manual stuff.
Or if we've got so many people who aren't doing anything, you may need more people to entertain them. You may need
all that
bigger
entertainers.
football clubs. You may need more paddle courts. You may need other
more
things.
YouTubers, because people won't want to watch AI bots.
Right, there you go.
Like, so all that sort of stuff. Because at the end of the day, humans are humans. Like, yes, it might be funny at the moment watching like the odd AI video and going, "Oh, that's really cool," but are you really going to watch a whole video that's on AI of an AI character, whether it is for 45 minutes? Probably not. Unless you're into like all the Asian, is it hentai and all that sort of stuff?
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's not that different to watching a cartoon. I listen now to a lot of things. I think the issue I've got is maybe we will, maybe we won't. Why is the UK government trying to slow down the change? Why are they trying to slow us down?
I think it's because everyone in the UK is bloody old that's in power. And it's just, again, this is not offence to old people, but they hate change. And the humans' worst thing is change in any area of their life.
Let's define old as somebody at least over 45, so that I can not.
Yeah, you can stay in the young section. But anyway, anyone in power, so it's very similar to the US as well, right? Everyone that's in Parliament and Congress, their average age is something ridiculous, like 75 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure the UK is maybe a bit younger, but just as bad.
Not much younger.
When any sort of change is implemented into anyone's life, everybody hates it. That could be their normal journey to work gets disrupted for a month due to roadworks. They're going to be pissed about not going down that road for a whole month. And what if that's then delayed? Like, you're trying to update a financial system that hasn't been updated in 100 years?
Yeah.
Or something ridiculous?
Yeah.
It's the last and only thing to update.
Yeah.
We're now trying to update it. It's going to be a very slow and painful process.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of pushback from a lot of people that are higher up. Like, some of them won't even understand what crypto is, which is why, and they won't go out their way to research it and do DYOR on it because they can't be asked. Maybe they ain't got time. And that means automatically, when it comes to a vote, they just say no.
Maybe they were just afraid of the change. Maybe they feel like if there's a change, maybe I lose my power. Maybe I lose my position. to lord it over the other people, these
Yeah.
peons that are now buying crypto. But it does feel like we're in a competitive world. Like the world is competitive now. We've got AI, and I feel like AI is really the frontier. We're going off crypto, but this is crypto waffle. So it's more waffle than crypto this week.
I think it's both, though. It's still regulation, isn't it?
Yeah, but the issue I'm having is now it's quite clear, to me anyway, that the Chinese are thrashing us on AI. They're thrashing the UK and they're thrashing America. They're releasing models that are slightly not as good for a fraction of the price, week in, week out. And away from Google, it feels like we have no one.
Isn't Elon Musk at X doing quite a bit of AI that's meant to be pretty good? Because I saw
No,
Grok
yeah,
was
but
ranking quite high on some of their
no.
things compared to DeepSeek and all this other
No,
stuff.
it's rubbish. They what they do is they have these what do they call them, benchmarks, and Grok may rank highly on benchmarks, but to tell if an AI is any good, you'll see how many people are actually using it. So I've tried to use Grok and it was rubbish. But you know, Elon Musk has got a lot of friends, and his friends won't want to say that his AI is rubbish. Right? Obviously, I don't care. He doesn't care what I say. No one really cares what I say. But his AI is rubbish, and you can tell because no one's using it. Everyone's using either the Anthropic model or pick one of 4 Chinese models, but that's it. And it's and a few.
I think the other thing, though, in the AI space, again, still kind of off topic, but I think once people start to use one, because they now have a memory, they then don't want to go to an old one or a newer one. Because they're like, well, I've got all my stuff here. I don't want to have to keep moving it until we get to a point where you will be able to say to it, look, I want to move all my data over to this, blah, blah, blah. Put it into an AI-friendly document. You can take that, pop it into the other one, and then it's got it all.
Yeah, which is what happens now with coding. So with coding, you can quite easily swap one model out for another. So today I was using Sonnet, and I know that today's probably the last day that the last day that I use Sonnet for a while because it's too expensive. So tomorrow I'll use Google or I'll use or DeepSeek. So
Yeah.
you can, luckily with some things, you can chop and change. But yeah, of course, the changing is, and I think that's what's keeping OpenAI in the game. Everybody started with ChatGPT, and that's keeping them in the game. Because away from that,
Because I still use them, if I'm honest.
yeah.
But then again, it's good enough for what I need.
Yeah, for now, until someone shows you an alternative.
Yeah, and then I'll probably use that, and then I'll probably use a different one and continue going down that line.
Yeah. But the overall problem and the overall reason why I marked up the cost of doing crypto business in the UK is because I feel like it's too high. And I feel like we really are.
I mean, didn't we have, who was the last Prime Minister? Richie Sunak said he wanted the UK to be a crypto hub.
Yeah, but he was saying that during election time, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So he tried to do a Donald Trump a little bit too late. He was also saying, we need to close the borders.
And we've only got one party that's mentioned UK, unless there's been another since, and that was it Reform?
Yeah. That was
and other than that, we haven't anything. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So there we go. So that kind of goes to show where England or the UK are on this topic, which is...
I think it shows where a lot of the Western world is on this topic.
It shows how far behind...
Because I think Europe is very similar as well.
Yeah, but it shows how far behind the government structures are to what we're actually doing here in crypto. Like they are so far behind. Like first of all, the genie's out of the bottle, so there's no point in trying to control it. Like those days are gone. You're just annoying people at this point, slowing them down and not allowing them to do what they want to do. Like your days of controlling stuff is gone. You need to now, I don't know. Perhaps
because that's the thing. That's another argument. Obviously, with the stable coins and that, again, I could be going down a rabbit hole here and put my tinfoil hat on. But what if the stable coins are now the what do you call it? Oh, my head's gone blank.
Like a Trojan horse, like the new way they control people.
Yeah, the CBDCs, whatever they call them. Because I know that was it one of the WEF talks in like 22 or whatever it was. They were saying that CBDCs across Europe will be rolled out by 2030 and all this other sort of stuff.
So here's what they've done. They haven't done CBDCs because they think we're stupid enough to take USDT, USDC, and not realize that those are now CBDCs. In reality, what I think happens is they have a wave of freezing, and it might happen at the end of this cycle. They have a wave
Freezing the stable coins, correct?
freezing stable coins, and they freeze people's stable coins. And at first, they will freeze them linked to Terra, or they'll freeze them linked to, I don't know, Russian people funding the war in Ukraine, or Houthi militants funding the war in blah, blah. They'll link it to that first, right? And then there'll be another wave where it's not linked to that, where it's linked to other stuff. And after that, people will be like, I'm not putting my money in those USDCs or USDTs.
Yeah.
I will use a decentralized alternative like DAI by Sky, formerly Maker, or something else like that, because the genie is out of the bottle. So they will get, I think they'll get 2 or 3 runs. They'll get 2 or 3 runs at using stable coins to control the populace. Those will make news. There will be uproar about it. Characters like Elon Musk will be like, well, this isn't right. This is stupid. This is against freedom of speech, blah, blah, blah. And everybody will stop using USDT and everybody will stop using USDC. And that may actually be the catalyst that causes USDT to depeg. I may say that now.
Yeah.
I'll put that on my bingo.
I can see how that runs.
Yeah, I'll put that on my bingo card. So yeah, so yeah, with the stable coins, I think that even me myself now, I was thinking about repositioning recently, and I was thinking, do I go into stable coins? And I started to think to myself, now I'm not too sure. Now I feel like the stable coin that I go into, even temporarily, is probably just Ethereum.
What, for a short period of time?
For a short period of time. Because I
What about the crypto gold? Is it Pax G or whatever it is?
Yeah, no, not for me. If it's not decentralized, I can't touch it. If it's not decentralized, you can't really trust it, because somebody can say, "Oh,
Yeah, that's fair enough.
you see that Pax Gold that's in that wallet, that financial navigator of, he owes so and so a bit of tax over there. Well, just freeze that wallet, will you?"
Yeah.
And then you're frozen. So for me, it has to be a decentralized stablecoin, and it will have to be on Ethereum. And I think people will soon realize that will be another reason why Ethereum will do a lot better than every other L1.
Is there still that argument to say that Ethereums are centralized?
Ethereum is less centralized than every other L1 that there is.
Yeah.
Apart from Bitcoin.
Yeah. Because there was that debate I remember those debates were quite big last cycle.
Yeah.
There was a lot of those debates about how everything's centralized and Ethereum centralized and blah, blah, blah. But this cycle, I haven't really heard any of that.
Well, I guess the conversation is different now, right? The conversation is now around meme coins and ETFs and this, that, and the other. And I think until they decide to flex their muscle and use the centralizing powers that they have, I think everyone will take it for granted. But last cycle, I famously missed out on Solana, because when I looked into it, you had to have a really powerful computer to become a validator, like insanely powerful. And you also had to do KYC. So every single node on
to be a validator?
Yes, to be a node on the network, you had to do KYC. I saw that and I thought, well, this project is going nowhere, because even though the underlying technology is really good, everyone has to do KYC. I thought nobody will do that. Yeah. Well done, Cryptosi. You're so smart. So Solana ripped off without me. But the underlying logic to my madness was correct. We just haven't seen it play out yet. The real question is, the people behind Solana, if they allow it to play out, what happens to Solana's traffic? Does it all move? Does the volume all move to ETH overnight? And to the other L2s that have got decentralized sequencers? The answer is probably yes, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah. So just to round off that, I have a quick question. So are you quite optimistic of the future going forward for both AI and crypto, or do you think it's all going to blow up and end in a pile of shit?
I'm optimistic only because we're now in the information age. To become one of the most knowledgeable people about this new technology, you don't need to go to Oxford or Cambridge or MIT. You don't need to go to those places now. Open source software has changed the way we view the world. It's kind of removed these barriers to getting at this information. It's made people work in a cooperative manner and have much better results than any small individual companies can get. I think like the changing of the guard that we literally just spoke about, I think that will happen. I just hope it's not violent, because I
I
can't.
think there'll be a little bit of violence along the way, but I think that happens in every fourth turning
Yeah,
or world changing order, whatever you want to call it.
yeah.
In every collapse and rise of whatever may be coming, there's always, although no one wants it, there's always something along the way.
See, now the issue I've got with it is that it's all avoidable. It's avoidable. Okay, we don't need to raise £100 million to pay the super police for them to stop money laundering and whatnot, because they can't stop it. Like, money laundering it's now out of control. It's out of control now. You can't stop it because it's now USDT on Tron, and as
Yeah.
soon as somebody realizes that Tron is centralized, and
Isn't it?
they
I
twist it.
can't remember. I think it might be HSBC, but there was a mad stat/investigation, or they paid like a ridiculous fine. I can't remember how long ago it was now,
Yeah,
but
HSBC.
in Hong Kong or something,
Yeah, it
like
was,
they all the cartels in Mexico would use
yeah,
HSBC because they'd send it from there out to China/Hong Kong.
yeah,
Then they'd obviously clean it up and send it out.
yeah,
And like the biggest banks, although a lot of people and normally normies like to think the big banks are nice and friendly to you, they are the worst of the worst.
yeah.
Like they are the worst of the worst.
Consistently,
Yeah.
consistently.
Well, I'm glad you're optimistic because I'm the same.
Yeah, I think that at
I'm
the
not
end
a
of
pessimist. I always try to look at the positives because realistically, you've been having doomers forever talk about the world blowing up, market blowing up, and everything else. And yet, and the markets, thankfully, you have a very long history of them. What have they done if you stick it on a big chart? Up and to the right. Now that is optimistic, up and to the right. Pessimistic is if it was looking like a dollar chart where it's going
yeah,
down top left, bottom right.
and
So
by all metrics, life is getting better, and I think it
yeah,
will continue to do so. We live longer, we live healthier, we live happier, we live safer lives. Massive wars are,
dwindling.
yeah, yeah. They still happen, but
Yeah,
we're less tolerant of them now. There's a book just behind me there, Homo Deus, which is a brilliant book, by Naval something and something or other, which says exactly that. And I think it will continue. I think science will continue. I think AI will just scurry us along, so that we're building better things with less resources, with less people. I think AI, I know it makes me 20 times more productive. I can do much more with AI than I could do before. And I think it does that for everybody. So yeah, of course, I have to be positive. I think we outnumber them as well. I think these people who are trying to slow stuff down, we outnumber
yeah.
them.
The doomers are a very small
Yeah,
collective
yeah,
normally.
yeah. Small but powerful minority they are. But
Yeah,
eventually, we just sweep them away, and then we move
yeah,
into another paradigm where there's another bunch of bad guys, and then there's the rest of us. So
yeah,
let's see how we go.
definitely. So let's dive into a brief discussion on some of these Coinbase reports. So just for people that haven't seen it before, if you go over to this, or if you look at this up here and type this in, it will come with this page. Coinbase puts out weekly and monthly reports on various things, and today we're briefly going to run over this and as well as this. So first of all, we will use, or I have used prior to this, ChatGPT to put a nice summary together, so we haven't got to go through the whole 12-page document.
Oh, yes. Result.
Yeah, because I thought, I can't be asked to read that whole thing out on stream. There's a lot of gobbledygook in there, and we just want the source, really. So this is the source, and I have read the whole document myself to double check this was correct, by the way. So I haven't just gone, yes, please, yes, that's good. There, I have spent my own time reading the doc prior to ChatGPT giving me this. So the key headlines within the document: stablecoins could reach stablecoin market cap could reach 1.2 trillion by the end of 2028. We're currently around the 300 billion mark today. Growth implies 5.3 billion of weekly US Treasury demand may lower short-term yields by 2 to 4 basis points. The Genius Act that was passed in July 2025 set strict one-to-one reserve rules plus bankruptcy protections, which reduces run risk. And then stablecoin issuers are now among the top 10 holders of the US Treasuries. Interesting fact on US Treasuries. Can you guess who is the top buyer of US Treasuries?
BlackRock.
No, it's a country.
China.
No. It was China, then it changed again, now it's changed again.
The top buyer of US Treasuries.
Yeah.
US.
No.
It's not China.
No.
The UK?
Yes.
Really?
So it went from China to Japan now to the UK. And you know, and I think they've got a chart here. Let me see if I can get the chart.
Why are we buying it? Surely we should just go there with our navy and take them.
Do you know that the other way I look at this, though, is I look at it as in the country that buys the most treasuries is often the country in the most trouble. So it was Japan, and they had a load of issues, and now it's not. I believe it's this one here. So here you can go. So, and China stopped buying them since they froze Russia's assets at the beginning of the Russia-Ukraine war.
Yeah.
That's why China stopped straight away. And since then, it was Japan that take over. And you can see here on this chart that stablecoins closely follow behind Norway, France, Belgium, Canada, Japan, and the UK, which is now the largest. So that is that.
See, I'm not too mad about that. I don't mind us, because the Americans have got the most guns. So
yeah,
you know.
I was talking to my dad yesterday, and he was saying he read an article or some sort of document saying that the UK may have to be bailed out by the IMF at some point.
Again?
Yeah, which doesn't surprise me at all. Just get the money printers going, Starmer. Come on, just get them burning. Start it up.
Well, what they're doing is trying to spend other people's money to avoid that, but they're going to run out.
Exactly.
The problem.
Growth outlook. The CAGR. I don't know what that is, by the way, so I'm not even going to read that because it means nothing to any of us. But 2025 year-to-date adjusted stablecoin transaction volumes is 15.8 trillion versus 10.3 trillion for the same period of 2024. The Monte Carlo simulations, the auto-aggressive module, shows path-dependent compounding adoption accelerates under better policy plus rails. So that is the adoption of stablecoins. And then growth to 1.2 trillion doesn't require extreme, what does that say? Distortions, that's it. Sorry, it's the dyslexia kicking in the bond market. Impact on US Treasury. Stablecoin minting equals T-bill buying. Redemptions equals T-bill selling. Inflows of 3.5 billion. 5-day inflow compresses or could possibly compress 3-month yields by 2 basis points in 10 days and up to 4 basis points in 20 days. Outflows of 3.5 billion redemption could tighten yields by 6 to 8 basis points in stressed conditions. Substantial risk. Some flows come from bank deposits / MMFs, limiting new treasury demand. Risk and lessons. Asymmetric inflows manageable, outflows dangerous. Examples: March 2023, USDC pegged to 87 cents after the Silicon Valley Bank collapse. Genius Act helps requiring monthly audits, disclosure, liquidity buffers. And then a question is, will issuers get Fed balance sheet credit lines? Because if they do, that is massive. If stablecoin issuers can get direct credit lines to the Fed, that's mad.
Didn't we already establish that that was the case, and that was the reason why I was so bullish on Frax?
They haven't got direct credit lines at the moment, though, have they?
Not yet.
Because the direct credit lines are effectively the banks with the reverse repo accounts, aren't they? So what effectively is the stablecoin issuers will be having is something very similar to that, where they can go to the Fed, park stablecoins with them overnight, get whatever interest rate, and then the next morning they get them back into their account.
I can't see anything stopping that.
Nor can I. Especially now they're putting new regulations in the US as well.
I think it's the last hurrah that they will get. It's the last chance to really make some serious money.
Yeah. And then why this matters. Stablecoins are becoming systematically important to global finance. They already lower funding costs at the margin. Redemptions can stress front-end markets, and policy clarity is critical to ensure resilience and adoption compounds. And then watch for, this is just in the future, so stablecoins equals cryptos linked to TradFi liquidity. Their growth supports adoption and creates new risks. Watch for US CPI plus Fed policy, stablecoin demand for T-bills, regulatory rollouts, reserve structures and redemption rules, adoption curve, institutions and payment rails driving next wave. The bottom line is stablecoins at 1 trillion plus. It is not likely it's policy enabled. And then a reminder, stablecoins may be stable in name, but redemption dynamics can turn volatility into systematic. I've said that completely wrong. But redemption dynamics can turn volatility systematic fast. And the other thing, so I believe on this doc, there's a lovely little chart that shows stablecoins versus US MasterCard and Visa. Is that on this one? No, it's not. It's not on this one.
I'd like to see how many stablecoins are being minted as
there's
compared to actual dollars being minted.
On X, right, there's a specific account. It might be Whale Watcher. I don't know if you follow them.
Whale Watcher?
So every time there's stablecoins minted, he tweets.
Oh, okay.
So, or big transactions. I'm going to have to find it. I'll see if I can find it towards the end when we're doing like predictions or something. But every time there's a mass amount of money being moved, and it's not even just money, it could be crypto. So like XRP, Bitcoin, ETH, Solana, BNB, like anything in mass size, it tweets, and even stable coins. So when newly minted stable coins come on the market, it tweets saying USDT has just minted another billion stable coins.
I know that there are a few of those. I'm going to have to hold on 1 second. Let me make sure that this doesn't start shouting at us.
Where's that chart? I looked at one of the charts earlier. Was it this? Where are we? No. But we're briefly going to look over this. This is their weekly report for Jackson Hole, Jitters and Circle's gateway debut. It's a lot of waffle, to be honest. But the only real things I wanted to highlight was that they mention here, and we'll briefly read this paragraph, that they are starting to fill up the TGA, which is the US Treasury's rebuilding its Treasury General account. So since the start of August, the TGA balance has come to 185 billion. Now, how do they fill this up? They take money out of markets, which is why some markets have come down in price. Again, 185 billion in markets that are a trillion plus is tiny, but still it moves markets. So this stuff happens. It's currently sat at 560 billion as of August 19th, and the Treasury could issue another 300 billion to meet its 850 billion targets. That means another 300 billion could come out to reach their target. You can see this is the chart for it. This is Bitcoin in blue, just to show you the Treasury General Account is the grey down here. So they've started to rebuild that. Every time you see this gets a spike, usually Bitcoin gets some sort of a drawdown in that correlation.
And we have had said drawdown.
Yeah. And the odds of a Fed rate cut in September have fallen from 96%. I believe we briefly discussed this last week, because after Jackson Hole, it shot up on Poly Market, and then since then it dropped back down to around 70. I don't know what it's sitting at now.
82.
So it's gone back up a little bit. And then meanwhile, despite the pullback in ETH prices, funding rates on perpetual futures have averaged 9% annualized over the last 5 days, which is continuing on the chart to be the highest as it's been for a very long time. A lot of Waffle. Stablecoin market cap share. If no one knew, USDT is the biggest. That is this light blue. This darker blue is USDC. We have DAI, which we briefly mentioned earlier, here in white. USDS. What is that?
USD.
Never heard of that.
Where have you seen that?
USDS.
USDS.
This tiny little grey bit. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah.
There. I don't know what that is. Never heard of it. And then other. That is this at the top.
I'll tell you what USDS is.
Other than that, the only other thing to show was
USDS is the rebranded DAI, DAI, which was the one that I used.
Why have they showed two then? Because they've got DAI on here.
I don't know. Yeah.
Is there a difference?
No.
Yeah. Well, and again, for people that don't know, most of the US or most of the stablecoins out there, specifically USDT, is on Tron. Believe it or not Ethereum, not Solana, and not Sui, on Tron. So Tron is here in the light blue, Ethereum is here in the darker blue. We have Binance Smart Chain in this kind of whitey grey here, in the dark grey at the top. That
Tron is absolutely massive. And do you know why? Because its network fees were tiny when Ethereum's were huge, and no one's looked back. Now,
although I think Base is going to start to eat into their stuff.
Unless I can't see it, because most of this USDT with Tron, it's being used by people who actually use crypto. Those people, I don't know that they trust Base to move their volume from Tron to Base. I don't think Tron is quite expensive enough to warrant it. You know, like
I think a lot of people, especially if it's like large size, will be afraid that Coinbase could potentially flag it as well.
Exactly. And you need a real reason to leave Tron. So Tron needs to get a lot more expensive. It's kind of pricey now, but
Tron's chart is mental, by the way. Like
for the actual TRX.
Yeah, let me get it up. It's like the weirdest chart.
It's because
known to history.
It's a token which is clearly centrally controlled that nobody really cares about. See, everybody uses the Tron network,
market cap,
but nobody speculates on Tron's price. And no one uses Tron for NFTs or DeFi.
Look at that chart. I mean, to me, okay, this looks normal, but that, fair play. It's been in a clear uptrend since, November 2022. And very little pullbacks along the way.
That's basic manipulation, right?
I mean, you had a pullback here in Feb 24 of 26%.
It's probably when
this pullback from
sold a bunch so that he could have lunch with Trump.
Probably. And from this pullback at peak was 54%, but if you don't count the wick, you're only looking at another 26%. So, I mean, I hate to say that, but if we were, I think, to measure Bitcoin, I'm pretty sure Tron's dips have been less volatile. Yeah, 32%. 32%. There you go. You want a new asset? Tron.
Yeah, well, I mean, why not?
Why not?
Why not?
Anyway, in that 2 predictions, do you have any questions on the stablecoin stuff before we come into these?
Do you trust stable coins?
I will for a certain percentage of my portfolio. After hearing your horror stories of the depegging palaver, and I mean, at the time I was there for it, but not that I had a meaningful amount of money to care, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It doesn't really bother me. And I didn't hold a lot of stables at the time, so it's kind of irrelevant. But to now have that with the size that I've got now, I'm like, yeah, that's not a bit of me.
No.
I don't want that risk. So again, like we've discussed before, I'd probably be looking to hold the majority of it in the likes of Bitcoin. I know full well it'd have a drawdown, but we're here for a long time and for a good time. So, and as we've said before, I'd like to say I've mastered the art of patience in this space now. So I'm more than happy to let it drop back to 75, 80, wherever we go, and then we'll happily ride that back up.
Yeah.
As long as I know it's in an asset that I can sell at some point. Because like you said earlier, if they were to start freezing stablecoins, it's no good having them and then being frozen.
No. And I think the issue is, like, let's be realistic. I think much more important people get their stablecoins frozen before we do. But
oh yeah, we are a very small fish in a very big pond, but still, there's still that risk.
And I think that's the issue. I think when they start freezing stablecoins, I think everybody heads for the exit. And as we know with stablecoins, if everybody heads for the exit at once, it's just like a bank run, and we have to prove our reserves. I don't know if certain organizations will be able to prove their reserves if everybody heads for the exit at once. So I don't want to be left holding the bag when this battle eventually starts, and it will happen.
Yeah,
It's just a
I'd
question.
much rather having my stuff in Bitcoin.
Yeah. Bitcoin or Ethereum.
Yeah, one of the big ones.
One of the big boys.
It doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
But anyway, going into predictions, almightily wrong again. This week, we were down here, or on this candle here, around 110 last week, and we said, oh yeah, back to the highs. And we haven't. We've fallen down lower. We've been to a low of around 107. So we were well off, unfortunately. And just for a quick bit of TA, because I haven't done my market updates yet, I will try and... Is it tomorrow I'm doing one? I can't remember. There's one coming out this week. I can't tell you when. The breakdown target of this flag does stick us at around 104.7, give or take. And like we've said before, this is kind of the line in the sand. You don't really want to be coming below this 105-ish area, and really don't want to be coming below this 100, because that would be a slight change of structure. Although realistically on this weekly, we could probably quite happily come back into this 97 to 85 as long as we have a series of higher highs and higher lows. That's all we really care about. When that structure breaks and we come maybe below here, you've been thinking, okay, I need to be on watch here at 97. Are we going to break 74? If we break 74, I think it's quite easy to say top could be in. And I tell you what, so for a shout out to Blockchain Sensei with Ninja T, Mr. Harding, and Quiche. So when I started this early days, I used to watch a lot of their stuff on YouTube. And Mr. Harding put out a tweet yesterday, and I believe, let me see if I've got it in my bookmarks. I think I have. Look at that. Bear market. Just saw this in my diary for today. 11 hours ago. The time is near, ladies and gentlemen. The time is near. I have it in my diary as well for Q4.
I this early, maybe. Nah.
Who knows? Is everybody waiting for Q1?
We've not had an alt season.
We've got a lot of seasonality on our side. There's a lot of data that's still on our side. So no, I don't think we're done yet. I still think there's a final blow off. We still haven't seen the usual indicators peak either. But yes, I'm just throwing it out there. We're getting close. The time is near.
I'd rather you didn't throw that out there, please. Thank you very much.
Unfortunately, you're going to continue to see that sort of stuff.
We're going to go below 100.
And then 4 hour, we do have a bear flag forming on Bitcoin. That would continue, or that would suggest a continuation to the downside. So we probably want to be looking at 106k in the coming week or two at some point, unless we shoot up for whatever unknown reason. Into ETH again, wrong with predictions. I think that'll be quite similar across the board this week. Hype.
Yeah, we were looking for uptime, weren't we? And we didn't get any.
Yeah. Hype, wrong. The only one we did get right, CRO.
Oh, yeah. Straight away. Like that burst through.
Flew. But unfortunately, we couldn't trade that on Hype, which is very annoying because we wanted that. But it is what it is.
I know, we might have got Pump as well.
You got Pump. Where's Monday?
Yeah, it was at 29.
Yeah, there. 25th.
Yeah.
Yeah, smashed it on Pump. Well done, sir.
I've kissed that.
Round of applause. Yeah. I don't know where you put your TP, but I said when we... I think I want to say I said this last week.
Did we trade that one?
I don't know. I think you did ETH.
I'm looking at bloody Polymarket and I'm looking at the Guyanese election. So as I don't know, I'm actually Guyanese. And it looks like the guy who I don't want to win is going to win. He's got like 93% chance to win.
Oh. But yeah, I think we traded Hype and ETH.
I will tell you in a moment.
Hopefully we didn't. Hopefully we did do Pump.
Oh my gosh.
But I never had time to do the graphic either. But it is what it is.
You are on Costa del Sol.
I am, indeed. So, relaxing.
Yeah, you should be enjoying yourself, sir. Not. Okay, well. Yeah, well.
Did we not do it?
No, we're down. We are down.
No surprise there. But only prediction correct this week was Crypto C on Pump.
So for whatever reason we couldn't do Pump.
No, Pump is on there. I just don't think we did it.
Oh, what idiots! We done Hype.
Hype and ETH.
Yeah.
But yes, the only ones we got right was Crypto C with Pump, and we both got CRO.
Yeah. And
other than that, it was an epic fail across the board.
Yeah, our Hype long.
Did you? I saw this. Yeah, we tagged the stop loss, I believe. I'm sorry to show this, but it just sprung to mind. As I was walking back from the pool to film this notification popped up. Trump-backed stablecoin has chosen Solana. So Radium partners with World Liberty Finance to launch USD1, a new Solana-based stablecoin. Because I believe the World Liberty Finance coin come out today. Where are we? Probably be on best ones would be MechX. Yeah, look at that. Beautiful. Straight down. Scam pump up.
Yeah.
When this has done the 90+% correction, that's when we're going to get interested. So I'm going to put this on my watch list for when that happens.
It's not done well. Yes. So okay.
But anyway, predictions for this week.
BTC and ETH.
Yeah, what are you thinking for the mighty Bitcoin? We are in support area. Support. You have to be bullish on support. I think there's a possibility we drift lower, but do we drift lower and then bounce in a week? I think it's possible.
No, I think we've done our going down for now. I'm gonna go with 116.
You know what? If you're going bullish, I'm going to take bearish. Oh,
What are we on now? 108.
that's a big move. Because what I'm seeing, flag, breakdown, support, retest, continue breakdown. Bears are obviously in charge. Bear flag. I'm going to say, and what can I say? 104?
Yeah.
That a big enough range?
Yeah.
10.
It
What about
means
105, or is that not enough?
it means you feel it will continue to go down.
Let's do 104.5. And markets are closed today, by the way.
Why?
Well, I believe they are, because nothing's open. It is Monday, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Maybe it's some sort of holiday. Or TradFi markets are closed, should I say, not crypto.
Yeah.
But anywho, ETH, what do we think? It looks better than Bitcoin. It looks a lot better than Bitcoin, by the way.
Where are we? 4-4? I'm gonna say 4.
Yeah, 4.4.
9.
4.9. 4.9. Okay, I'm going to go to the bearish side again, and I'm going to say 3.9. Bargains. Hype. What do you think? See, for me, as you know, we need to choose new ones. Ignore me. I'm chatting absolute waffle.
Yeah.
Right. What do you think? Tokens for this week? I think we do Sol.
Okay.
Because we've discussed phone and some other things.
We got to do World Liberty Financial as well.
It's just there's just nothing there though. This is easy anyway.
What,
Down.
Just be down.
Yeah, straight down.
Let's see if we could do it on Hyperliquid. Then it's easy money.
It won't be there. If we can't get bloody CR, what? How is that on there? But CRO's not on there.
Because it's Trump coin.
All right, short it now. Immediately.
It's down 27% so far.
It will have some big spikes, but there's definitely a shorting opportunity there.
It has had some big spikes today, even, yes.
Yeah, it will. It's just good because that's the trouble with trying to short this stuff. If you put any sort of stop loss in, you know full well you're getting smashed out.
Yeah.
Which one did we time that really well with, or was it a long? You timed it really well with one of them.
When we just
Was it OM?
Oh, when it rebounded after going.
Yeah, after it had a big crash, it had a big rebound.
Yeah. Yeah, it was OM after they got hacked. But have you noticed they haven't come back?
WLFI. No. WLFI. Let's see if we've got a better chart on that screener.
Ghost chain.
World Liberty Financial. 24.1 billion.
Massive.
How is that so big already?
I was woken up at number 30.
That's crazy.
It won't be there for long. Don't worry,
This is the 1 minute.
Don't worry, sir. It won't be there for long.
It won't be. But World Liberty Finance. Okay, what else?
We've got one more to choose.
I need to do Sol, don't I? Let's put Sol in. Oh, that's Sol Bitcoin. That was silly.
Right, I'm really struggling to get a username on this bloody phone.
What do you mean?
Like, it won't let me choose Cryptosi as my username.
What, does it already say someone's got it?
Yeah, it's not available.
Absolute.
I can
Right, we need one more. Checking all the lives are still working. Yes, they are.
How about fart coin?
Yeah,
A cheeky fart coin long.
we can have a look at that. Here we go. So, we've done Bitcoin, we've done ETH. Okay, World Liberty Finance. Where do you think this is going? This is the 15-minute chart.
What are we at now? 23.17.
Yeah. 23.89 currently at.
Yeah, 17.
I'm going to take a complete stab in the dark and join you at 17.
It's difficult when there's no.
Nowhere to look.
Yeah.
Solana.
210.
We're only at 200.
Yeah. Can I say
Can't have
220?
that.
220?
Yeah, 220 is all right. I mean, we're literally just holding support by like the edge of our teeth. We're in this tiny, could you call that a rising wedge? If you do, that's a bearish pattern. You're probably coming back down here. I'm going to call 165.
I think you should zoom out, sir.
I know, but we're talking 1 week here. If I'm on a week, I want to be like this. We can zoom out.
Out.
But the weekly is looking all right. As if we finish this week above 198, it looks all right, holding support. If it doesn't, it looks like we're spending some more time down below 200. What were you saying, 220?
220, I'm saying.
So you are there. And then I am down here. And then finally, Fartcoin, not looking good, bruv.
I'm going to have to go for a long.
I'm going to have to just do some TA for the ladies and gentlemen that are watching and the recording of this. We are now in where we didn't want to be for the mighty Fartcoin. We could definitely be coming down to these sorts of areas, 45 cents. Hate to be the bearer of bad news. We also lost the key support area of 92 cents up here. And you have also seen on the weekly, we have a new bearish 1020 cross, which indicates a downtrend. By all means, we could bounce.
Look at that double top as well.
Yeah, you could argue that as a double top.
That's played out beautifully.
But I believe in the grand scheme of things on a longer term, we come in here, everybody gets scared again. You're at weekly support. Could we have a wick down to that 45 that I talked about? Yeah, sure. Everyone goes, top is in. It's over. I made no money. This thing's rubbish. They all sell, capitulate in the September low. Boom, boom, boom. Q4, firing rockets everywhere. Thank you very much for selling to me. That's what I think will happen. So, but anyway, on the short term, Fartcoin has entered an area of bigger time frame support, and you could also argue that this is some sort of falling wedge, which is typically a bullish pattern rather than a rising wedge. So, if we were to break out from here, you'd expect it to maybe retest 112. But in the shorter term, I would like to say we're going to find a bounce soon. And I'm going to say 91 cents.
Yes. Get in.
Call it 92 just because why not? Could be wrong. It could just fall straight through the floor.
I'm going to go.
What are you saying?
I'm going to go the other way.
You going bearish?
Yeah.
Okay.
Only just for shits and gigs.
Why not?
What are we at? 62. I'm going to go 64.
We're at 72.
Yeah, sorry, 72. I'll go
64, yeah?
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
Just so that I at least get one thing right if we do continue this bearish trend.
Yeah, I like it.
I don't want to
Right, over to you, sir, for the trades.
So if I'm allowed to share my screen.
All yours, sir. I would like to put a proposal forwards
Yes.
that we go big balls this week.
Yikes.
First of all, we need to close our ETH long for a loss. And we double up on a World Liberty Finance short.
Okay.
But obviously, sir, you are the other person here.
So what do
If
you
you do
want
not
to
want to, if you don't want to do this, then
do?
we don't have to.
Who bets against Trump?
The other options are Bitcoin, ETH, Solana, and the mighty fart coin. We don't have to double up. It's just it's an idea. It's fun.
It makes it a little bit more fun, doesn't it?
It does. And if we blow up, happy days.
We've lasted a long time.
We have. It's been a bit of a roller coaster, really, hasn't it?
We've just ranged for the most.
Because we did like 50%, and then we went back negative, like 20%, and then back up.
Positive.
Yeah, but that is trading for you.
All right, so we'll do
$40.
what we usually do.
Are you happy to short first?
Sorry. And what will be our...
Basically, I want to look at the World Liberty Finance chart on Hyperliquid before you place this.
It's just these types of little spikes.
They scare me.
Oh, there's like a little... What do they call those needles? Fence that they fence with. Yeah, take that right in your heart. Because these kill all the shorts.
They do.
Everybody down
We've literally just had a massive flush as well, so it would not surprise me if we literally just bounced to like 27.
Yeah.
Does it say what our liquidation price would be? So if we don't set a stop loss?
No.
Liquidation price, stop there.
Oh, yeah.
0.37.
It's around here.
Do we reckon it goes back there?
Yes.
I don't think so.
I think it definitely could. It already has come down here and gone back up there.
I don't think it does. I think we could bounce to 27, but I don't think we go above 37. Unless, do you want to do this? We put half of it on now, and we put a limit order to short again at 27. So if we bounce up, limit order gets hit, then we both have it on.
Okay.
Then it's best of both worlds. But if this thing rallies, we're screwed. This is how not to do it, by the way, guys.
I don't think we should. I think we should just play it safe.
Okay, let's not do it. We won't double up. Anyway, I want to take the World Liberty Finance short as my trade.
Yeah, let's play it safe.
But I would like you to set a limit order.
Okay.
To short at a certain price, because I do think we get a bounce.
Okay.
So I would like you to set a limit order for 26 cents, please. To short at 26 cents.
And what would you like your stop loss to be? No, take profit first.
Can I leave my take profit open? Because I have nowhere to look.
Fair enough. Yeah, you can. I like that because we could make some real money. Go on then.
I'm trying to think. Could I calculate? 1 second. Is there you could argue that's maybe a rising wedge if you took that. I know you guys can't see what I'm doing right now, but
You're trying to do TA on an asset that's literally 12 hours old.
yeah, I know I'm on a 2-hour chart. I'm at my depth here. No, leave take profit open. I would like a stop loss at 38 though.
Which is above the... No, it's not above the liquidation.
There shouldn't be a liquidation. Oh, it's 58.
58, yeah.
Yeah, it's a really bad loss if we get it. It's 138% loss.
Yeah, go for it.
Risk it for a chocolate biscuit. Let's go.
Let's go. Oh, hold on. Yeah, it's 3x. Okay, I'm trying to establish why that... Oh, of course, because it's a thing. I was wondering, why is there no position here?
It's a limit order.
Yeah.
God, please give me the bounce. Please give me the bounce.
Why is this ETH still here as an open order?
Just cancel it. Which one are you going to take? The altcoin bounce?
Oh my
Or look
gosh.
or short? The Sol, altcoin, ETH, Bitcoin.
It's got to be Fartcoin, hasn't it?
Go for it.
This is horrific.
Are you going to play for the bounce though, or are you playing for continuation?
Over another week. It's got to be continuation, hasn't it?
See, I'd say bounce, but it's the only one of the three. Like, Bitcoin's in a support area. The trouble with Bitcoin is I think we tag like 105 before we have that bounce to like your 116, 110.
Mm-hmm.
ETH is the same. Like, I think we could tag 4K again, /39 before we bounce.
Mm-hmm.
World Liberty Finance is a new coin. I think it does what every new coin does. It's had its pump and now it's just going to fall off a cliff.
Yeah.
So I think we could dip back into that 170 to 180 range again before flying, which would indicate, I think, Fartcoin. Oh, I don't know.
It's got to continue.
It could continue to like 65, but once it gets there, I think it bounces.
All right. I'll put on a long at 65.
You do it along at 65?
Yeah.
Because that was your target, wasn't it, to the downside, 65 cents. But the trouble is do we have enough time in the week for us to get down there and then bounce? That's the trouble.
And yeah, I think so.
I hope so.
I think so.
So we've got 2 limit orders on. We might not even be triggered.
We might not even be trading this week, Jeff.
We might not. So you've got a limit long on. I've got a limit short.
My take profit's at 90.
We've got opposites. I like it.
Some bounce. And my stop loss is...
How many X is my World Liberty one, by the way?
3.
3X, right, okay.
What should my stop loss be? 55?
Where have you got your limit long on from? 65?
65, yeah.
Yeah, probably something like that. Let's go. What have we got in the account now? How much are we down?
88.
Ooh,
12% down.
12%. That's not too bad. And when did we start doing this?
We're supposed to be going to 100K. We've just sat around $100 the whole time. week in, week out.
Maybe we should lower our targets.
We've had so many like stick on winners that we haven't just gone massive on. And then
That's the
everything else-
trouble. That is one of the issues with trading, is that you need to know when to take those bigger risks and when to
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm not a trader.
That's why
I
no
will.
one's a trader. Everyone's
It's a
only a
ver-
trader for a few weeks and then they stop.
It's a very small minority of people that can nail it,
Yeah.
and I'm not one of them.
Yeah. Me neither. Okay.
But it's fun and games, isn't it?
It's good fun.
So what we should do? Maybe we should have another account, or
That
that's
we blow up
part
every
of.
week.
No, not that we blow up, but we specifically have that account for, or certain amount of money in the account for new tokens that are released, and just do the
Oh, and just
short.
immediately short them.
Yeah,
I don't think we need a new account for that. I think we should just do that.
you could
But
do it on here.
yeah, but it's not often that a new token comes out on here.
Yeah, it's not
Like,
often that a new one comes out like immediately.
no, on here. World Liberty has.
But again, because they can bounce. Like we've seen, what are some of the other newer ones we've looked at?
Pump also got released immediately on here and done the same thing, didn't it?
Yeah, I mean, but Pump did have a massive. Where is it? Pump. If you stick it on like a daily,
I don't think it was on here.
like it had a massive pump to start. On Hyperliquid, it went all the way. I've got a wick all the way up to 0.015.
Yeah.
So if you just immediately shorted out, you'd have been wiped.
Immediately look at that.
Like you have to give it a couple days before you put the short on normally.
It was, yes, you're right. It was literally 3 days and then whack the short on.
Because maybe what we'll do is we'll do a bit of market research at all the new tokens and study the first 2 weeks of price action.
Okay.
See if we can see any similarities.
Yeah. See if we see any
on them.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Well,
Deal.
that wraps it up for this week. Let's just check if you can check your Instagram for questions, as well as X. That'd be fabulous. I'll tell you what. I did get a question on Telegram.
Yes.
From someone. I'm going to ask on here. Let me get it.
Oh my gosh! I didn't click the go live button. What an idiot!
Where is my question?
Hi everybody! Just gone live on Instagram just to say goodbye.
Where's the question? This is really bad. I should have had it sooner. Right, here. So Bitcoin is currently not following global M2 anymore. Why do you think this is? And do you still think we'll have a bearish September? So, Crypto
Sorry,
Seeds, do you have any thoughts?
Ask that question again. Sorry, I was distracted.
Basically, what they're saying is Bitcoin has stopped following M2, which is that global liquidity chart that we look at.
Yeah.
And do you think we'll still have a bearish September?
I didn't think we was going to get a bearish September anyway.
Well, are you thinking we get one now?
No.
You're still sharing screen, by the way. On a hype.
Give it back. Do I think we get a bearish September? No.
You still think we get a bullish September?
I still think we get.
You're still in Coinbase's camp.
Yeah. Yeah, I still think we get a bullish September, and following M2 or not following M2, I don't know that matters so much at the point that we're at. I think that retail are going to come back now and
soon.
Yeah, I think it's just that part of the cycle where people are just positioning themselves for the blow off or the not blow off. I don't know, actually. I think whenever you think something's going to happen, the opposite happens.
Well, seasonality suggests we get a drop in September. Like I've said before, I think we still get it. there's a possibility that it gets pushed out till October and we do rally for September. And October's the bearish month. But history would suggest that September's the bearish month.
And so would Coin Market Cap today, and CoinGecko. Everything is pointing towards bearishness.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we got some big US economic data coming soon as well, I want to say.
Tell you what we do have
next week, is it?
CryptoWaffle.news is coming soon. That's what's coming soon.
Yeah, but a little what's the word? Breadcrumb? No, not breadcrumb.
Yeah, I know.
No, you know what I'm on about.
Yeah.
God, my mind's gone blank.
Not Easter egg.
No. No. Teaser?
Yeah, we'll go with that.
And it's completely the wrong word. No, it's not what we're thinking of.
But that will do.
That will do. So, until next time, ladies and gentlemen, take care of yourselves and we shall speak to you soon.
Next week.
Adios. But we'll both be sadly back in the UK.
Was that massive fly buzzing around where you are?
Yes, it was.
Like a dragon.
I'll tell you what, there's a load of flies out in Spain this year, like an abnormal amount.
Really?
Yeah. But anywho, let's not have a fly conversation. Adios.